press yes. And I'll just explain everything during the introduction. So yeah, Lego Batman 3 any percent. This run is just levels 1, 2, 3 and 15. And that's because of quite a large 3-hour skip after level 3, where we just go out of bounds in the Batcave and go right to the bonus level. Then we just quit out of bonus level. That will be shown. It just uses the bad physics on mini characters. But at the beginning, right at the beginning, there is one jump where I'll probably mess up a few times because I haven't practiced it. And every time I fall, I lose about 15 seconds. So I probably won't PB because normally I just reset as soon as I fall. But can't do that here. Now I just have to wait until this introduction cutscene ends.
Oh, I love Hal. Is he coming?
Which seems to be taking a while. I think it's about just under 2 minutes. Which means it was quite a good time to explain it, but now I'm done explaining, there's not much to say. It's also my first time commentating a run, so commentating is not going to be good.
But we did not bring you out here.
Wait a minute. If none of us are responsible for bringing us out here, then who is?
That would be me.
That's the start of the level 1 cutscene, so it should only be a few more seconds. So as soon as I go in, I'll have to swap to Robin because through the first half of the first level, you only play as Robin because you just leave Batman behind at the beginning. Because it's all just like double jumps mainly. So right here I have to slightly push him, I'll just slightly push him forward because that's a quick time save when you can't actually switch character. Then jumping up on this barrel I find hard for some reason. Then this jump around the invisible wall, which never goes well for me. So that's already pretty much no chance for PB. This isn't going well. Finally. Then from here it's just a lot of double jumps. Oh, here is one skip which is also quite hard, but not as hard as the first one, where you have to die in this toxic goo, then you have to damage boost yourself through. But of course you need that small invincibility. I say it's easier than the last one, but I still managed to die anyway. Twice. You're meant to be able to get past with 2 hearts. Normally I only have 1, but I guess after dying twice, it doesn't really matter what I have. And here you just jump across the pillars, which was quite nice. Most of these skips here were found out in the last... But those 2 were just figured out in the last month by Ultra. And the main one was only early this year. So even though this is a 2014 game, a lot of the skips are from 2019. The reason I said that there's no chance of PB is just because I just feel like there's a certain mood when I mess up the first jump where I just don't think I'm going to succeed for the rest of the run. I'll try to glance at chat occasionally during cutscenes. Oh, I see that my pointless advertising got 1 person in. Sounds there. Even though the viewership went down as soon as I started running. That's good to see.
I know you're scared, but we have a job to do.
Hey, who said anything about being scared? That doesn't freak you
But
out?
here, this part, I used to find it really easy, but recently I've been messing up because the AI isn't very cooperative here. Because you'll see when I actually get onto it. But when you have the stance on a button with Batman, but there's also a bit in the middle you can build with Robin. But for some reason, when I start building it, Batman just jumps off his button, which means that I can't actually do the next part of the boss fight, so I switch back to him and put him back on.
Is it just me, or does Killer Croc seem a little bigger than before?
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Thanks! Yeah, that old cliche makes me feel so...
So here, it doesn't really matter what. I probably should start as Batman there. And you might notice I didn't actually collect any of the other suits, but it just gives you them anyway. I don't really understand how this game works, but it seems to work fine for speedrunning, so that's good enough.
Good thing I have friends in
So here, I hope that if he jumps off, that'll be annoying.
Need something to take him out.
No, he didn't, that's lucky.
Something to catch a
smash
giant
you
crocodile.
real good.
I should have decided along the way. So I need to get the second button down. I need to build a middle thing. That I was a bit slow here because I forgot to build the middle one while I was on the first button. But that doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, obviously, let's just blame the reset and viewership dropping. Not because of my awful commentary. Well, it's just started, so you don't know how bad it can get.
That should do it. We need to hit him when he's vulnerable.
But 30 seconds of silence should the introduction light affects it. First level done.
We've got you now!
There is another skip I alter where at vibes in between level 1 and 2, normally you'd have to collect the I think it's called the explosive suit, or might be called the power suit. I get mixed up between Lego Batman 2 and 3 names of the suits. But
Learned so much in this job.
you don't actually collect it in this one, but of course you get it anyway at the beginning of level. Well, you don't have Batman level 2, so you get it at the beginning of level 3, I guess. Viewership was down before I started to run, that's fine. There are a lot of cutscenes in this, so that's part of why. But an issue with cutscenes is that sometimes I just get distracted by my phone during the cutscenes, and then I just don't start playing until about 5 seconds after it's finished. But that's... I think that affects the PB I have uploaded at the moment, which is 1 hour, 10 minutes and 4 seconds. But I did do one this morning, 1 hour, 8 minutes. 1 hour, 8 minutes and 34 seconds. And here just spamming X and triangle to try to get this as quick as possible. A small thing that I need to remember is to get 100,000 studs by the end of level 3 to buy mini characters, but that's normally easy to get. Normally, I just through playing it without collecting studs, I get to around 140,000. Thank you, Sam, for your moral support.
I am Brainiac.
I didn't expect you to actually click on the link I sent you.
Darling, we've
Probably
got
just send more people during this
but it's
cutscene.
not going to happen.
They might get the viewership up by 1.
Hopefully, Green Lantern will show up so I can use my ring.
It is useless.
Oh no, my Discord friends are offline. Can't send it to them. So after this cutscene, there's there is one skip, but that's normally quite easy to do. But quite easy for me. I'll still probably rash fair it a few times. Like the first jump, I either get it first time or it takes about 5 attempts.
I'm gonna tell everyone
I think on my
Green Lantern is
PB I
yellow.
did actually do it twice. Yeah, Sam, I need to keep it family friendly.
Welcome, Green Lantern of Sector 2814. Did you have a nice trip?
Oh yeah, sure. Martian Manhunter? No problem. Although, I prefer to fly.
The record Croc stole was a map of the
I'm
sewers.
still confused about how my personal channel has 3 viewers. It's on 0 followers. I haven't sent the link to anyone.
Master Bruce,
It doesn't even have a
you mentioned
category.
rooms upstairs to eat in comfortably.
Somehow
Down
people
here
went
would
on
be
it.
great, thanks.
Cutscene should be over soon. Oh, Alpha. I think this is where Alpha comes in with the cakes, and then
On second thought,
that's
Alfred,
where the
we'll
cutscene
leave the
ends.
observatory.
Even though the world record holder, I've only actually completed the game about 10 times, well, with the speedrunning. So it's still a bit. I know the skips, I just don't know how to play the game normally. Well, I say I know the skips, but I still fail them not. So here is normally quite an easy one, and I did get it first try. Also, I might mention this earlier, I can't remember, but there's a slight delay because I can't pick up audio. I don't know why I ran against that for so long. I just got distracted by speaking. But the longer you run for it, the more likely it is that you'll successfully spawn in, so you're right at the door instead of being right before. So when you die, you can just run through. I guess some people really care about that few seconds gained by watching the original stream. And yeah, I'm probably about 30 seconds worse than PB at the moment because of those 2 fails at the beginning, and because I just ran against the glass for no reason. I'm not going to PB anyway. It's just a marathon run. Actually, 12 minutes at that point isn't that bad. I've done
Some
worse
kind
and
of
still got about
spaceship.
110.
Its composition suggests it came from
But
outside the solar
because
system.
I just did a practice run this morning, just so I could remember all the
Yeah.
skips,
Go contact
and
all
I
Justice
thought
League
I'd get
community.
like 110 or even 19, but I ended up getting 18, which was mainly luck. Yeah, I just need to showcase it. I don't really need to have a good run. Just need to make sure I get all the skips right eventually.
Hey! You change your mind about my idea? Are we going out?
But sir, your dinner. But it's your favorite.
This level also has 2 skips, like the first level, but one of them is quite minor, I guess, but the other one is quite a major one. So I'll just explain that when I get to it.
Whatever's come over him.
But the first one's just a bit of double jumping to get around. It's not really anything major.
My word, they destroyed the entire Batcave.
Not if we stop him first, Alfred. Let's see if we can get his attention. It's no use being stuck down here. Maybe we can get closer to him somehow.
And if you hear some weird noise through the microphone, that's probably because I have my PS4 controller basically touching my microphone cable, so the vibrations might come through a bit. And here, what I have to do is destroy those stone things by Batman. Not because it's actually parts of the skip, just because I keep failing the jump while they're there by hitting into them. It's not a necessary part. If I can get this, which I did. But another annoying thing is accidentally doing backflips. Because you have to turn around and then jump, instead of turning around while jumping. Also, at the top of ladders, there's a slight advantage to jumping off at the top instead of climbing off. It's only like a second, but still an advantage. Those advantages won't matter if I keep messing up these skips. But this one, the amount of times that I failed it I probably should just practice this a bit more before I actually include. I almost got up there. But I'll probably fail it a few more times. Jump. I got up. So that was probably only slightly faster doing it. It might have even been slower than the normal way. But if I actually practice that a bit more, then it'll probably be faster by quite a lot. But it is just lack of practicing the skips. Because there's not exactly motivation to practice the skips where I'm the only active runner. With a lot of the techno panels, you just need to keep spamming square and going across. Or in certain levels or areas, says you have to go in a specific place. But with the first techno panel, it's easy to just spam square as you go from right to left, because that's just the order that they come up on when you have to match them. So I end up just not paying attention, just spamming.
We can't follow him in the dark. It's too dangerous.
Agreed, sir. I believe there is a suit around here for such an occasion.
Yeah, I charged that for way longer than I needed to, but it's only a few seconds. Because it resets anyway when you leave the area.
Back computer. Emergency defense protocol code SJB9.
Here, there's not any skips in this section. Because I don't need to learn any more, because I'm struggling too much with the ones I've learned already. Because in this game, level 1 is just 2 sections, level 2 is 3 sections. Level 3, strangely, is 4 sections, but because Freeplay can't... I can't remember if Freeplay shows it. It might still show it as 3 and just combine the last 2.
Who he is. We've got to stop him.
But yeah, you only need to slightly charge suits, because you normally only need them once. I keep instinctively going for studs anyway, just from instinct from play, because I've only been speedrunning since the beginning of this year, well, more like almost a year at this point. But that means I'm still focusing more on how I used to play LEGO games of go for the studs, which isn't good when I'm running, because most of the time I don't need studs. And the small thing that I did before I started to run is I went on another save file. I went on to extras and I activated mini characters, which means now if I pause and go to extras, the cursor will already be at mini characters. So that will save a few seconds of fumbling around the menus.
So much for that idea.
He's getting away, sir.
And switching to Alpha did gain a few seconds, so that's good. A lot of this game is just waiting, whether it be through cutscenes or just waiting for a character to catch up. I guess 1P2C could be a bit faster, but that will be hard to practice. And that's, as I said, I stop paying attention when it's when I need to. But I guess I didn't really need to there, since it was still in the waiting section. Just I saw I had a few notifications on my phone built with Discord. Yeah, I think it's actually, Robin has a slightly quicker slam, which will be useful in the boss fight. Because that was weird. It just said that Robin didn't know how to build that. but through this, it should,
Okay, I think this
yeah,
will
up
work better than
until
the bat boat.
the next section, it should just be normal gameplay. One thing I need to remember is to only go on the hazard suits when I need to, because if you're trying to build something with a hazard suit, it's very hard to not just start using the vacuum thing to just start sucking up to little Lego bits.
It's our only chance.
Sam, I think you're being a bit generous if you think this is good commentary. I probably should have stayed to techno suit through the last bit, actually. It will... But honestly, it's just save you a few seconds with how bad the optified the run is. A few seconds doesn't really matter. Because I could probably still PB while messing up every skip at least once. Especially with the... Oh, Zeddy's being very positive there. It is commentary. Didn't say whether it's good or bad, just certainly commentary.
There goes our only chance.
The backup computer, sir.
Oh, right! Backup computer!
So here, I think there's... Actually, now I think about it, there might only be 2 of these sort of... I don't know what to call them, like fun sections. But then, of course, in the sort of bonus levels, about 20 of them.
Coming right up!
Well, a few of them are vehicle ones, but most of them are like this. Just push the buttons and destroy things if you need to. There's one here and one in level 3, which actually in my PB I completely messed up level 3, now I think about it. Because I can probably say where it is when I get to it, but there's a part where you have to fly up as a spacesuit Batman to a certain area, then switch to a sensor suit, and then go up with Robin. But I forgot to switch to the sensor suit and reveal that I just messed up a bit. I have never actually messed it up before. Normally I get on there before the platforms rise up. It's just a small thing. One possibility here is for some reason the characters just don't teleport to the right place. That's only happened to me once. But yeah, they did turn up there, but sometimes they're still all the way up by the, whatever it's called, the back computer. There's also a similar issue in level 3 where instead of being teleported down by the rocket, you're still put up by that back computer. But normally only one character's left up there, so you can just swap. And if not, Batman gliding isn't slow, so you can just go down. That's the end of section 2. And this is where I'll either do like I don't know how long this skip is, I think it's like a 4-minute skip. Or I can fail it and have to do the full boss fight. My estimate is an overestimate, just because that'd be the estimate if I failed all of the skips, which, well, there's one skip which if I fail, the whole run has to be dead because it'll just crash the game, and then it'll take about 10 minutes to restart with how fast PS4 is at loading save files. Here I just collect studs because there's nothing else to do, it's just waiting for Batman to decide to blow bats at you. So I think I got 10,000 in the first level. I've got 40,000. So here I probably should have already been in that corner, but it doesn't really matter. So he should hit some, well, he should just hit down aggressively, and then there should be a torch thing here. Now it's best to stand in this corner so Batman doesn't just knock you off while you're building, or even knocking yourself off, which could happen. I just need to make sure I do it, yeah.
This is going to work.
Because there's also a slight risk that because there's a hit right after I build it, so I need to know. I need to just spam circle fast enough so it doesn't hit me. Here, that was a bit of a mistake, and it put me all the way back here. But here is something that could either be a time save or not, which is damaging him without moving on to the next wave, which I did successfully. It's good. And the next level is pretty much half the run. I think it's well, I'm just quite slow up saying it, but also no skips in level at all. I don't think there are any skips until the major 3-hour one. And because there are only 4 levels, level 1 is quite quick, level 2 is only a few minutes longer, level 3 is sort of the part that needs to be focused on if I'm trying to get the time down.
You sure? I mean, how else did I get through to you?
Because level 15, it's quite hard to actually get it down much because it is mostly waiting for Superman to do anything.
I'm pretty sure it was my speech.
It was a good speech, sir.
It wasn't a speech. The question is, who was trying to control my mind?
And now,
And why?
this is the... a lot of the cutscenes are quite long, so I don't really have much to say through them.
Hey! No pictures, please.
There is also another category for this game, which is all story missions, which is basically any percent. We're allowed to do any skips, but you still have to play through all the levels. So that's basically this, but with levels 4 to 14. And I would probably go into it, but I just don't really like any runs longer than about 2.5 hours, because after I just sort of get bored of them. Which is why this is quite a good one, because it's... I don't really know much about LEGO speedrunning, to be honest, but it seems like it's quite short compared to other LEGO games.
Mr. Luthor.
But it's definitely got the lowest level count out for them with this category.
Watchtower. With the power of its binary fusion cannon, I can hold the world to ransom and demand to be made president.
But Lex, baby, being president is so last year.
Also, a completely useless fact you might need to know, but I just found it interesting when I found it out. Lex Luthor is voiced by Clancy Brown, who also voices Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. It's a completely useless fact, but... I fell short, if that makes sense. Because there will be ones that are more optimized.
Was malfunctioning. Scanning the object now.
Be careful. Fired some kind of mind control beam.
Yeah, and it was only my speech that broke the power of the brainwashing.
It wasn't your speech.
I like to pull legs, not arms.
You gotta go on a diet, Grundy. I got no leverage.
Terrific. Now I stink.
She was talking about me. All right, all right. We have to hurry in case the real Hawkman shows up.
Oh, we took care of that.
Good thinking, Joker.
There is a small hub section where it's just Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern, but it's probably one of the quickest parts of the game.
Your computations were
Because
correct.
there are no skips involved, it's just activating everything.
Cape Crusader.
The comm link to Earth has failed.
It seems the fault lies elsewhere. We cannot fix it from here. Green Lantern, I will require your assistance.
Yeah, this section here is just very quick. I don't think there would be any way to shorten it other than just walking slightly in a slightly different way and just standing in the right place. It could only be shortened by a few seconds, to be honest. But that's if I do it well, which I doubt it. considering that I have messed up every skip so far except one, which was probably the biggest one so far. An issue that I sometimes have is that when I hold circle, I let go of circle too quickly, and that happens. But I just spin. The reason I spin around is it's just become habit from when I did individual level runs, and when they stop spinning around, that's a good marker of when you lose control of the character. Because quite a lot of levels end with either building or lantern interactivity. So if you just spin around, then they can tell exactly when you've lost control. And then this is where the Justice League part starts with all of the important DC superheroes that I can think of.
Warning. Unauthorized use of the Slideways teleport.
A large part of this game isn't even done with Batman, so this was sort of more generally Lego DC, which is a bit strange because Lego Batman 2 was called DC Superheroes, but there were only two levels. Well, if you discount Superman, there are only two levels where you use any non-Batman character. But of course, Superman is there for most of the game, so I guess that disproves it. I think I'm running about a minute behind PB, which still is mainly because of those first jumps at the beginning.
We never get a break.
I should probably just upload. I haven't actually uploaded my PB yet, so I'll probably do that right after I've done with this run. I just forgot to do it this morning. How did I get a fifth view on my personal live stream? There shouldn't be anyone watching it. It's just a run with no commentary on a channel with 0 followers. That one message was just me testing how long the delay was. There wasn't any reason, I was just curious.
I'm afraid the bat rocket isn't quite ready for takeoff.
Oh, that first one
These
missed.
always happen when we're in a hurry.
We'll need to fix up the rocket if we're going to save the others. There must be a way to get rid of that glass safely.
Breaking glass. Isn't that bad luck?
You're thinking of mirrors.
Mirrors are made of glass.
I've just got nothing to say here. There's really not much here that's different from normal gameplay. One issue here is if you're already targeting, it's hard to actually miss the rocks while you're targeting. It's normally easier to actually hit the... It's normally easier to hit the targets and not miss twice in a row. Or 3 times in a row. There. And as I said before, the AI just does what it wants. There's no reason for it to come up here. When I want it to come near me, that it just doesn't. And when I need it, and when I need it to stay where it is, it decides to just jump away. So 1P2C would probably be quite useful, not for playing as both characters, but just stopping the CPU from moving. Yeah, it does happen quite a lot. I remember once, because I'll probably never speak on any old Lego games just because of how heavy they are with glitches. But when I was playing Lego Indiana Jones casually, decided like early this month to be honest, but there was one mini kit, artifact I think they're called, where you have to stun on 2 buttons at once. But as soon as I swapped the character I already was just jumped off. I think it was the last level of movie
Bad
1.
news. The rocket's out of fuel.
What? But how do we get this thing to the gas station?
Robin, we have fuel. We just need to hook it up to the rocket.
Oh, I knew that.
I haven't actually tried to see what the fastest way around this level is, because I've never actually done that panel before I get rid of those things. I also don't know how many you need to destroy, because there's also that hint thing in the way, which stops you from getting some easily. But yeah, I probably should figure out how many of the mini Lego things are in each, or whatever they're contained in, just so I can figure out exactly how many I need to destroy. But that's when I can actually get all of these normal skips done properly and not lose 30 seconds on the first jump of the game. It's just quite loud dog noises in the background. Don't know if my microphone picks it up. I think I am a bit behind PB, but it shouldn't really matter. I can recover a bit here because of how horribly I did my PB.
But how are we
Because
gonna
that
get
platform with the golden wall,
Spacesuit should be around here somewhere.
I just completely messed it up in my PB. And because of how much I've said that, hopefully I'll remember to it properly this time. Here you only, with all of these panels, you only need to charge it. Well, for charging stations, you only need to do it for a few, just a second or two, really. Because it's normally one use per area.
Use the rover to look for my spacesuit.
Well, I think it's actually more a bit later in the game, but you don't play any levels later in the game. And in the last level, there's nothing complicated to do. It's mostly just destroy things and beat up enemies. I always instinctively try to go for the blue studs, but if I miss one, doesn't matter. I'm normally on about like 150,000 by the end of this level, and I only need 100,000. I think I finished level 2 at 55,000.
Never mind.
So I need 45,000 here, which is quite easy to do. Here, even though normally when you're playing the game, you destroy that gold crate, but you actually only just have enough fuel to do this next section without recharging. You just start with a bit. If you do this quickly, get that destroyed so Robin can come up. Then I'm just spamming X and up left. Because hopefully, when I fall, it's in this area.
Good thing my laser can
So here, you need to destroy this gold wool, or carve out the bat symbol, build the bat computer, and then use the sensor suit to, I can't remember what it's called, to make the
Well, when you're the one with the laser, you can decide.
Robin's baton holes appear. I don't know what they're called. Because I forgot to do that in my PB, which means I needed to redo that entire flight, which means I needed to destroy the crate. So if I'm lucky, I might narrowly PB this. That's if I'm very lucky. Well, not lucky, just good. I can't blame it on luck, but it's mostly just bad skill. when I was doing this level once, I found out it's actually possible to destroy those orb things without progressing through the level. I wasn't very happy I found that out, because it was quite a good run to that point, but then for some reason I just couldn't progress. It's if you slam it and then collect the green thing in the middle, but for some reason it sometimes doesn't pick up that you've collected it, so you just can't progress. Because slamming is very glitchy in this game. I think on the free play category, there's one thing you can do to skip a lot of the last these fights. But I've only done one of 2 free play runs, and that's just because it was an empty category, and I wanted to fill up the level leaderboards. This level leaderboard is actually the way I got into this game, because I don't see no level leaderboards, so I requested them and just immediately filled them up completely. And then I saw that any percent had gone down from, I think it was 4 out of 24 to 143. So I decided to start going for any percent. And I think I got world record to my second attempt. And then
All right, we did it.
oh yeah, I forgot it's actually a lot in the Laughley's. Need for Greed, that's it. There's quite a lot of big character skips. You can skip all the first and second section, and then make the boss fight a lot quicker. I think Coconasso uploads an IL run of it just to show off how you do it. So I just immediately uploaded an IL run that was 2 seconds faster. Just because I had that world record before I discovered the skip, so I got to keep it after. Oh, yeah,
Clock is running. We have liftoff.
once again, more cutscenes, which is just going to be a large part of it.
Green Lantern of Sector 281.
Yeah, I'm past halfway through the run now. Not much longer. You have to suffer through my commentary. Oh, the view count has actually gone up since I started. It was 19 when I started. Now it's 23. That's good.
Surrender now.
Okay, but first, I just want to make sure you know everybody. This is Firefly.
Oh, my live stream is down to 2, so that's probably just me and Sweet Super.
But fire is in fact my one.
Don't know how big. 5 viewers is my peak amount of viewers, and I got it in the one stream where I didn't want anyone to watch. And my first stream on Twitch, because I normally just stream on YouTube because I'm just more familiar with it, and then they immediately archive his videos, so that's easier. And then if it's something over long, I used to download the video and add on a timer, but honestly I just got too lazy for that. It took a few hours to render because of how slow my laptop is.
Lower stage jettisoned.
Oh, this is the vehicle section. Oh, it's really, I just fly around moving my right stick because it never tells you this, because it tells you use square to shoot, but you can actually choose the right stick to shoot left or right, no matter which way you're flying.
I'm going to take him down old school.
I think that's also something you do in LEGOthon Avengers. I only know that because with LEGOthon Avengers, I decided to just fill up the parts left of the leaderboards, just because I can. Just try to sweat out those individual level runs, so I get to 100. I think I'm on like 61 individual level world records. They're completely useless world records to have. I just like having it's a high number.
Can you hear me, Vasty?
Oh, great. In-flight entertainment.
Also, with this game, I might just stay off it for like a few weeks until anyone gets. If someone gets below 115, I'll probably stop doing more runs just to make my world record more secure. But until then, there's not really much point. Because no one else seems to be running it. Well, I guess a few people were saying in the server that they're to run it after LEGOthon, so that's good. More competition. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I was going to blame on RNG, but it's not. It's just me. It's just that I haven't planned out how to do this section yet, so I just pure luck. If I'm going the right way, just decide to go one way, keep going, and if I lose a few seconds, I bit. It's just that I'll probably leave it to someone else to plan if they're going to get a good time. Also, no one has dropped a bomb. Oh, that's the next section. I was just thinking a bit ahead. No, I don't need bombs here. I just need to find the Joker teeth, which I think I could have done faster if I went the other way.
You're doing well. A little too well. Let's make this more interesting.
Yeah, this is where I was thinking about the bombs. There's... Oh no, I had one.
Sorry, we're not taking any more callers on Joker Radio today. Do try again
Need one
tomorrow.
There's the rocket. Some of the things you destroy with rockets actually drop rockets, which is normally quite useful, but if they don't, it's normally one close.
Time to think outside the box.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to PB this. I should probably be near the end of the level by now. Oh, it's fine.
Giant, space
I had low hopes anyway.
Robin, we need to look for a weak spot.
If there's any time when I can't just reset immediately after messing up the first jump, then it's not going to be good. Here you actually need to shoot. Sometimes if you shoot the rocket, it just goes in a loop of circling around the wherever that thing is, which can get quite annoying because then you have to find another bomb because that one never actually lands, or it just takes about 20 seconds to land. Yeah, like that. That might actually hit it. There. That took a while. Almost reset. There probably isn't much of a difference with collecting the mini-kit, it's just that it brings up that mini-kit window, but because I spam X and target anyway, it barely makes a difference, because it just skips past most of the end level things. I thought I shot a rocket. Guess I didn't. Oh, it actually stopped right in front of me, that's quite good. I should probably have a shield at this point just because I did that again. The missile's going to take a while to hit. Didn't even want to hit eventually. Yeah, I need to the rest in 20 minutes if I'm going to PB, but that's not going to happen.
Use one of my bonus super bombs.
If I get to the 3-hour skip before the 58 minutes on the timer, then there's a chance. Not a good chance, but there is a chance. There's also, on the last level, something I've noticed, there seems to be a cycle with Superman. So I think if I'm just a few seconds faster, that could prevent Superman from stunning you.
No.
Which does, yeah, when he stuns you, you just can't do anything for a few seconds. Doesn't make a difference if you keep spamming circle or not. It tells you to, but dying doesn't really matter.
We're gonna need a bigger jet.
And since I said that Mr. Krabs fact earlier, another useless fact is that the Flash and Robin have the same voice actor. No reason for that. I just remember looking through the voice cast for the game just when I was bored once, and I saw some interesting things.
Not sure yet, Cyborg. We need to get down there quick. It's raining missiles out here.
No sweat, guys. I know a shortcut.
Here, if I'm just a few seconds better on that, actually no, there's no chance. I just have to wait until it loops around, because it's quicker to go the opposite way and wait for it to catch up. But I'll need to go. I think I'll need to go slightly right. I think you only get 5 suits in this, but by something I've noticed that by the end, for some reason, Batman's suit will complete, but Robin's doesn't. I don't know the reason for that, because before the last level, I think Batman's only about half complete, because of course you don't have the arm on the wrong side. Batman doesn't have the Arctic suit, the dive suit, or I can't remember what the suit, or the electric one, that's the other one. But then for some reason he gets all 3 of those, but Robin, who is missing less, doesn't get his. I probably didn't need to walk forward as much, and dying there lost a few seconds, but as I keep saying, a few seconds doesn't matter when the run is this bad anyway.
Stand back. I'll have this thing built now. Go on, Cyborg. You finish it.
A flash! He's gonna have it done in a flash.
But once I'm past level 2, it's pretty much normal gameplay until the end of this, well, probably a bit after the end of this level. Halfway through the hub section, the watchtower.
Out of missiles? This thing must be broken.
I think I'm okay at this section. It's just the issue of you always want to build when you're Flash just because he's faster, but sometimes it's quite hard to switch to him when Batman's closer, but right now it seems like Batman's further away. So I can build to there, switch back to Cyborg. It also seems to just be pot luck of whether or not you get, or when you're trying to interact with something, whether or not it'll actually switch to the right suit, or just say, no, you can't do this. Because as you saw when I was trying to regenerate the spacesuit, I was with the magnet suit, so what I assumed is that it would swap to the spacesuit, but no, it just decided that the magnet one didn't want to work. So here, I think the fastest way to do it is get the magnets there, put some bombs here, which should explode. Did I miss one? Yeah, I missed one up there. Oh, I don't want to die here. I did. Okay. Missing that was very good. Yeah, the Flash came up by himself, so I need Flash to build this quickly. Then, once we'll see this over, circle and just spam square. Or, yeah, circle and just spam.
That's more like it. Time for a little light cardio.
Good work, Flash.
And from here, it's just... I need to do the first section here normally, and then... Oh, there's the cutscene. I keep forgetting about these on cutscenes. Chat messages. Oh, there. And another cutscene.
Goody, goody! More playmates!
remember where you're parked. Cool.
You weren't very gentle getting us in.
I wasn't that rough.
Well, one thing I probably should have done is turned off PS4 notifications. There's a giant black box might come up to the top left at any moment. Luckily it hasn't yet. But that might be a bit of an issue. Well, I guess not really. It'll just look bad. Because it's some privacy protection on PS4 Live. Whenever there's a notification, instead of just not showing a notification, it does a black box about twice the size. I don't understand the logic there. Yeah, see, there's still two suits not two suits that aren't unlocked with Robin, which is the helmet suit and dive suit. And then there's a few that aren't unlocked with Batman at the end. But all of Batman's become unlocked, but Robin's don't. And here is where it diverges from normal gameplay. A bit behind PB. I should maybe like 53 minutes at this point, but like three minutes behind PB. Oh, that's good. I'm not sure for certain because I'm too lazy to use splits, so I'm just guessing for most of the time. Here, it's just about the first time I did this run. I have a habit of when I'm doing speed runs, I don't play the game first. I just do the run and hope for the best. Which is why my first replay run is about 3 hours, when it should be 2.5. I think I've gone down to 2:35. So here it diverges from normal gameplay, because instead of going through the middle thing, which you're meant to, we'll be going into the back cave. I'm on 140,000 studs now. That's good. I'll just see if no, switch to Robin. You can only, I think you can only switch character once during this teleportation. Oh no, oh okay, yeah, only once. So. I have the game on mute at the moment, so I don't know if it is playing copyrighted music at the moment. But if it is, then Twitch is normally quite lenient and that kind of thing if it's only a few seconds, so it's fine. I'm just used to YouTube where every single one of my runs is copyright claimed. But of course they're claiming, no ad revenue. Here is the biggest skip of the game, a 3-hour skip, which here, you go down, clip out of bounds here, and pretty much just hold left. One issue is that I was going to say one issue is clipping back into bounds, because I'm trying to be careful not to crash the game by staying quite close to the back cave, but I guess I stayed a bit too close. And now the worst thing to happen here would be to crash. Wait, I got a bit wide there. I just saw that I was out of the back cave. Here, I think I need to go down. And because I'm out of bounds, whoops, that's not good. It should not do 3 cam. And then that was a bit slow, but it doesn't really matter. That's the big skip. That just skips levels 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Because who needs to actually play all the levels in a LEGO game? No, I can play a third of it.
Spring into action to protect the good and true citizens of Gotham. Brace yourself, Boy Wonder. Those are military-grade poles, not for fun or recreation.
And here, I just went into the bonus level, because if you go into the bonus level, it unlocks all levels before, which means here, you should just be able to quit once it loads. Also, strangely, on this game, you can't use RedBricks on replay story mode, which does make the rule that you can't a bit pointless. But that also means that this is the only level that you can use extras on Replay Story. I don't know why. It seems like it would be in every other level. It would have the same logic, but no. And here, it puts me... I can't actually remember. Oh yeah, it puts me in a place where I shouldn't even be at this point in the game. I'm not meant to be able to get into the central part. Actually, that might be wrong. No, actually, yeah, you're not able to get in the central part until after level 4. Yeah, 1 hour, I should sort of be at like 57 minutes. It's fine.
Got him. Let's get down there.
And this level is basically just normal gameplay. No interesting skips here. There probably could be some interesting ones, but
Not a lot of solitude these days.
I think the only advice that I've seen is just use Flash, which seems quite obvious since speedrunning he's a fast character.
I love yours.
I hope you can help us out of this.
I hope so too.
Oh no, there's 2 of all of them.
You're just in time. The crystal is ready.
Green Lantern. It's so good to see you.
Not now, Sapphire. The owners of those batteries are right behind us.
And they're going to want to fight. All we have to do is make sure that crystal is at the center of it.
So we don't need these after all?
Hold it right there, Sinestro.
I don't think my dog's used to me speaking at this time, just by myself. He's just looking at me weirdly. I'll just post a dog picture to the Surfliner after I'm done with the run. Just as a way to celebrate the end. It's about like 9:56 PM here. It's good that I didn't get any later on, because that would go quite deeply. Here, yeah, there's not very much to do. Oh yeah, I just saw 1 hour 18 minutes. That was a big overestimate. It's just because my personal best at the time was 1 hour 17 minutes 57 seconds, which that was just because I didn't do all of the skips I needed to, such as that quite big level 2 boss skip. Well, not really a boss skip, it just skips tilts around. I'm trying to think if this is just brainstorming, but if there are any other bosses in the game, that are affected by normal hits, does ground slamming just completely break them as well? Because I've only done a few free play runs, and that was mostly just to fill up the level leaderboards.
Where is it? Where's my shiny?
Oh, I thought I was standing in the right place, but I guess I was a bit too far away.
Towards the focal point.
What's happening? What have you done?
You weak, pathetic.
Here, I think there's 20 red things.
I don't think so. Watch out, team. He seems a little grumpy.
There's probably a much faster way of doing it, but this is probably one of the few areas where 1P2C would be helpful, or just co-op, I guess. I might try to do a co-op run soon. Depends if I can get my brother to go along with it.
Grundy, now.
Told him to watch this stream, don't know if he is.
What are you doing? Get away from me!
Yeah, that's the end of part 1 of the level.
Fire his laser into the middle.
Part 2 is,
Now, Superman.
once again,
Our will is pulling all your energy through the
This should be quite. This part is quite easy to do. No, I'm not saying it's in 3 minutes. Not a PP at all.
What a wasted trip!
Superman! Are you alright?
Oh no! Is Superman dying? How will I ever go on? I'm sorry, I just couldn't keep that up anymore.
Look at you with the jokes, cutting in on my action. With these bozos occupied, let's go make you president.
Good idea.
Looks like everyone's back to normal.
Wait, how do they get out of the cage?
Should we go capture them?
It's not them I'm worried about.
Uh-oh. Batman?
Brainiac escaped.
Yeah, how'd you know?
We have to destroy his ship.
Before you attack me, you may want to know that I took 2 cities on my way here. Gotham and Metropolis. Surrender now, or risk their destruction.
You digital fiend, there's millions of people in there.
Batman?
Not now, Robin.
But Batman? Just look.
Robin, not... Uh-oh.
What happened? Did the Earth shrink again?
No, not really.
Behold the engine of your destruction, Earthlings.
Brainiac is our ruler. Kneel before him.
Uh-oh.
I told you we needed to worry about him going bad.
Where's all that kryptonite when you need it?
I never thought it would come to this. Batman versus Superman. Where's that kryptonite when you need it?
I just realized. The Batcave was shrunk along with Gotham City.
And the kryptonite was in the Batcave? Perfect.
We need a distraction to buy us some time. Maybe I can call for backup.
This fight will be over in the flat. Stop before I make you cry. This fight will be over. That's what I call some serious backup.
Quickly, we need to send those bats towards Superman.
We did it! Now what?
As long as Brainiac doesn't send more of his minions to attack us, we should be able to...
Attack my minions! Attack!
Oh, you were saying? You fools! Nothing can stop me now! overcome his little bat.
This is my world now! Why resist? You're only going to test what little mercy I have left.
Let's get to work. We can build something to generate the power we need.
You got it. Let's hope this works.
It's ready. Quickly, charge up the power flash.
Quickly, as if there was any other way I'd do it. Time for some serious speed.
Sorry, Superman. This might speed. It's working.
Oh boy, it didn't work.
Yeah, I see that.
So that means it wasn't the electric shock that broke you out of the mind control. It was my speech!
Really thought it was the shock.
I've made this trip like 4 times today. Flash, what's going on?
Superman's gone bad.
Wow, just like Batman predicted.
Now, destroy the one called Batman first.
Superman, wait. We don't fight each other. We're a team.
Today I thought Robin might be hurt. It scared me to think about that. It was the first time I let myself be scared in a long while. And it scared me because he's my friend. And you are too.
No!
Sorry. Really sorry, everybody.
This is not fortuitous.
Forget the apologies. Get Brainiac. That seems like everything. Unless you want to stay that size, we also need the shrink ray.
Oh, right.
You were right, Robin. Thank you.
Well, what means the most to me is just being your friend. But being right is definitely a close second.
Hello?
While Batman has associates.
BlueWill, are you there? I believe that our runner was on autopilot. Because he's not here, I don't think. Anyways, I think that's it. We're going to move on now. May I request that we go to the setting up screen?